up, YouTube? If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new and you've already subscribed, hit like and shared and viewed my other videos, then welcome back. Let me first put out by saying, before I start this journey, let me tell y'all that Jesus said, come as you are. So the reason why I'm looking like this is because he told me that I could come as I am. So do not come for me, okay? Because if you see me later tonight, then I will be a whole different looking person. But right now, we comfortable. This is a comfortable channel. I don't gotta get dressed up and cute, okay? Okay. So, now going on to the video. Okay, so this video is going to be my month-by-month pregnancy journey. As I told you guys in my last video that I am pregnant, so I told you that in this video that I will explain my month-by-month pregnancy journey. I have everything written down in my handy-dandy iPhone C. Actually, it's not mine, it's my brother's. But I needed something to, write down little notes for, and you guys know that I use my phone for recording, so I can't go back to that. But anyways, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so now starting off with December, this is when I found out I was pregnant. I took 5 clear blue digital pregnancy tests. 3 comes in a box. So just think about one box costs $15. No, I did not buy them. But one box costs $15. So you got 2 boxes for $30 and it only has 6 pregnancy tests in it, and they all saying the same thing. My first reaction was more of shock, like, wow, it's really happened to me, because of course not everybody thinks it's going to happen to them when it can happen to them. And then the crying and the tears and the confusion more so kicked in when I called my mom, because I let her know the exact same day I found out was the exact same day she found out. My mom is like my best friend. I cannot hold anything from her. So we get past the pregnancy test. So then what was crazy about it was later on that week, or I think the next week, we had Christmas break, which was good for me, because on Christmas break I already had planned an OBGYN doctor's appointment. And so at the OBGYN, they not only look for irregular cells in your uterus and cervical cancer, they do a blood pregnancy test. And so we went to the doctor, they did a blood pregnancy test, they told me I was pregnant, they confirmed it. They asked me, did I know? I said yes. They asked me if my mom knew. I said yes. So then we started talking about finding a doctor and a delivery doctor as soon as possible. I don't even know how many weeks I am at this point, but that stuff is so important that we jumped right into it. So I am lucky to have found a doctor immediately that will deliver me, the same doctor that will deliver me and check me through my pregnancy. I scheduled my first ultrasound, and this first ultrasound wasn't going to be due until January. During December, as I said, they test for irregular cells and things like that. So one morning I woke up and got a call from the lab, and they had told me I had irregular cells. Usually whenever they find irregular cells, it can be harmful, it can be not harmful, but more than likely it can be cervical cancer. So then I had to scare that I had cervical cancer. And then, so it was just like, okay, well, what do I do? Like, I think I have cancer and all this is happening. It's like, I don't even know what to do. And so besides the cervical cancer, I had to let my older brothers know. For you guys who haven't watched my first video about the 10 facts about me, I do have 2 older brothers with a twin brother. My 2 other older brothers live out of state. And so I had to call them and let them know. Everybody has a future set for them. My future was to get married first, get my plans and career settled first, start a foundation with my husband first, and then start that family. But of course, things don't always happen the way we plan. God is in control always and all the time, which is fine. So I had told my brothers, and they were actually excited. Of course, me feeling like that they were just gonna, get on to me, like, what is your problem? Like, just all that. But they were very excited for me. They were very supportive. They were very loving. I actually cried tears of joy because I just didn't expect it. And I guess there was just so much going on already that I just did not expect them to be on my side about it. So all that happens. And then bam, we hit January, which is a new year. And everybody for a new year wants, everything off their chest. They want to start fresh. They want no beef with certain people. They want to have good relationships and bonds with people they never had before. They want to do things they've never done. So for me, I wanted to get all the pregnancy things off my chest. I told my brothers and my sister. So that was one thing I got off my chest. Then I had this ultrasound, my first ultrasound. I got to see my baby. He wasn't really moving or doing too much because he is like a little turd. So I was only 9 weeks pregnant whenever I had my first ultrasound, which is 3 months. So I was already 3 months pregnant whenever I found out I was pregnant. And during January as well, before I went back to school, they told me that I needed to come back, of course, for a doctor's appointment to figure out, what these cells were. And then I went to the dentist because if you guys know me, like, personally, you guys know that I had a little, like, swollen knot on my gum since about high school, since, like, my senior year, but it got bigger. And so whenever I went to the dentist, they checked that, they looked at it, and they did not tell me. My mom sat me down at the kitchen table and told me that the dentist called them and said that I might have gum cancer. So I'm like, wait. No, I did not cry. No, I did not boo-hoo because I knew I did not have gum cancer. But I was like, wait a minute. So for one, y'all messed up because y'all didn't even tell me and y'all know I'm pregnant. For two, y'all called my mom and then nobody could even tell her, well, how do you know for sure that I have gum cancer? It was, oh, well, we think, well, she may. And then for three, y'all scheduled me a biopsy late March. So if you think I'm walking around with a gum cancer and you know I'm pregnant, why do you want me to come back 3 months later? Does that make sense? Would you want to walk around for 3 months knowing you got gum cancer and it could potentially get worse? Yeah, I didn't think so. But anyways, we got that cleared up. So they thought I had gum cancer. So not only did they think I had cervical cancer, they thought I had gum cancer. So now I'm going back to school feeling like, okay, well, I got these two types of cancers. Make sure y'all just pray for me. I'm making sure, I don't do anything to harm this baby. I'm trying to still, eat right, stay focused for school, stay active for my health. Like, I just didn't know what to do. I'm sitting here flossing 5 times a day. Like, y'all, like, it was just, it really didn't, like, make me upset. But then again, it made me upset that the fact that they didn't want me to come back for, like, another 3 months. And so we got February rolling around. So then I went back to the doctor for my cervical cancer scare. And when I went back, they did all this testing. They went in, they went through the lining, they went to go see, what could it have been, what was it, if it was still there, if it was getting worse. And luckily, those irregular cells were not even there. They were nowhere to be found. So just to think that I had irregular cells to start, I could have had cervical cancer, and then I go back to, try to see what was going on, and if it is cancer, and those cells weren't even there at all. So that was God all the way. I give him 100%, 110% credit, because if it wasn't for him, if I didn't know him, nobody would know where I'd be. Okay? Let me just put that out there. And so in the month of February, this is when I also start gaining weight. I was not gaining too much weight, but this is weight where I knew that I was getting a little bump. And this is where I was about 4 months pregnant. So I didn't really start gaining weight or really starting to feel like I was showing until 4 months pregnant, 4 to 5 months pregnant. And then I was my cravings were like not too bad, but I always wanted, of course, pickles, which I already always want pickles. Pickles are like my favorite anyway, but I could literally just put them in a cup and eat them like that. And then my cravings weren't extremely that bad then. I was still feeling pretty normal. Wasn't feeling too pregnant. No, I never had morning sickness, even till this day. I don't even remember being so sick. Yes, I, vomited every now and then due to like maybe eating too fast or eating something I didn't like or smelling something I didn't like the smell of. But it was never because I am truly, truly sick. And so now we're jumping into March. So in March is when I had my gum biopsy to find out if it was cancer or not. Luckily, it was not cancer. I knew it wasn't cancer. My mom looked like she was about to cry. And I was just like, Mom, why are you crying? Because I know I don't have cancer. And that's all God, again, because I could have had cancer and didn't know it. But luckily, I did not have gum cancer. My cravings at this point, I was craving Sprite like crazy. I was craving Sprite like I've never craved Sprite before. Like, I don't even drink soda like that. And for me to crave Sprite, and I think it's really because I was so bloated. And bloating makes you feel heavier, feel fatter than what you really are. So I guess I just wanted to burp more. But yeah, I would drink Sprite maybe once or twice a week. And that's pretty bad if you never really drink soda in the first place. And then I started craving sour candy, like sour Skittles, the sour, chewy, sweet tarts. I love those. And I never, everybody knows that, why do I keep saying everybody knows? Because if you don't really know me, then you don't know. But those who are close to me know that my favorite candy is peanut M&Ms. I eat that like it's Chick-fil-A. Like, I love peanut M&Ms. And now I don't want them. I won't eat them. I don't crave them. So yeah, I was really, really craving more sour stuff. And I mean, that was about it. Nothing still too crazy. I wasn't craving like candy so bad or sweets so bad, but I was craving a lot of sour stuff. And at this point, I was about 5 months, still showing a lot more. And this is when I was able to find out the gender of my baby. So I was about 21 weeks when I got to go home on Easter weekend and find out the gender of my baby. And for you all who don't know the gender of my baby now, roll clip.
It's a boy.
9, 8. All right. 7. Okay. 6. All right.
5. 4. 3. 2.
As you see in the clip, the gender of my baby is a boy. Let's see, I put a poll up on Instagram to see if you guys thought if it was a prince or a princess, and 51 of you voted prince and 27 of you voted princess. So who voted prince? You guys are right. And I know everybody and their mama who is pregnant now is having a boy, because I said the same thing. Dang, everybody is having a boy. It's like boy season. Where the girls at? But I guess that's just God letting us know that we need more boys. But yes, I am having a precious little boy. And so in April, we're now jumping into April. In April, this is when I had a lot of weight gaining that I've never had before. I hit a number that I never thought I'd see. I've of course been an athlete, so if you've ran track with me, if you played basketball with me, if you've played volleyball with me, you know that I've always been fit. Not to be cocky or anything, but I've always been fit. I would never allow myself to reach a point of a certain weight, knowing, it'll be harder for me to get back down. And so now I am at the point where I'm just ready for it to be done. Like, I don't know, like for me, and some baby mothers, if you are pregnant now, I'm not saying you look gross, disgusting, weight gaining is bad. Like, I'm not saying none of that, because everybody is beautiful. Everybody has their own, different looks and flaws and this and that. I'm saying for me, myself, I just don't like being this big. I've never been this big, and it's harder when a stomach is in the way. It is a lot harder to bend over, get in a car, just twist and turn, just do a lot of stuff whenever a stomach is in the way. But if you are pregnant now watching this video, if you've had a kid, or if you feel insecure, please don't feel insecure about yourself. As I'm saying, I don't like being this big, but everybody's beautiful the way you are, the way they are. I just don't like being this big. I just don't like having this much weight on me, because I feel like it's just going to be 10 times harder to get it off. And most people say, oh, you're just going to snap back like that. Well, nobody knows that until it happens. So until it happens, I'm still just going to be upset about how I feel like I've let myself get this big, Like, even though I am pregnant, I feel like, oh, well, I could have slowed down my eating, or I could have ate smaller portions, But I know that this is a part of pregnancy, and everything's going to be all right. And so, also in April, let's see, I got to feel the baby kick a lot harder, but not to the point where I get to see him move. I guess he still wasn't big enough for me to see him move under my skin or in my stomach. So no, I didn't get to see him move until like May. But at this point, I am 6 months, which is the end of my trimester, my second trimester. And I'm sorry, I forgot to do this before, but let me tell you the breakdown. And also in April, I started having my crazy dreams. Now, some people say they don't have dreams. Some people say they do have dreams. Tig had dreams. And it was weird, because I don't usually have dreams. I don't know why it's like this. Because I don't usually have dreams. But for me to have dreams, and then like they're dreams of my future, or my pregnancy, or who I'm around, or who I'm always with, it was just really crazy. It was really different, really crazy. And so, yeah. Okay, so now month May, which will be this month. This is what's been going on this month. First of all, this is when I put my story out to you guys that I was pregnant. I had a lot of love and care that I didn't expect, because I really don't talk to many people, especially people that I graduated with, or people that may be watching this that don't even speak to me, but maybe watching my Snapchat story or my Instagram story just to know what's going on with me, which is completely fine, because everybody does that. But you guys reached out to me, and it was very, very kind, very helpful. If we did, or if we never continued our friendship after graduation, and you reach out to me, it was very heartwarming, because it was just sweet, And so that's when I put my story out there to you guys, and then I graduated from my 2-year where I had a volleyball scholarship. Luckily, I was able to play all 2 years of my volleyball contract, and then I didn't get pregnant until after season of my second year. So luckily, I was able to finish. Am I gonna go back to volleyball? I don't think so, probably not. But I might join like a adult team, maybe in the future. if I really miss it that bad. But honestly, I just want to focus on my future, my career, my family. Now I am 7 months, and I'll read more on that later. But yes, while you are watching this, I am 7 months, so that does mean I only have 2 more months in my pregnancy. This is where I started doing my baby shower planning. I am having 2, one for the baby father's family, and I will expose his name and things in another video when I talk all about him. But I do have one for his family down in Louisiana, where he's from, and I do have one for me and my family later in July. So that's cool. I moved home, obviously. I am so thankful and grateful to be home. It's just like burden off my shoulders. I get accepted into MTSU, Tennessee State University. For you guys who've seen my social media, I did get accepted, so hopefully I'll be doing summer classes to be ahead, so I won't fall behind and luck out or fall behind and not feel like getting back into schooling, because goals do not stop. As I always say, as a hashtag, even though I'm pregnant, even though I'm about to start a family, goals do not stop, because God didn't stop for me, so I'm not stopping for him. At this point, it is harder for me to breathe. I do have asthma, so on top of asthma, it is harder for me to breathe. I had to use my inhaler more than I've ever had to use it in my life, but that's just because he is getting bigger. The baby is getting bigger and crowding my lungs, which is fine, because it's not like I need to be rushed to the hospital, thank God. But I just grab my inhaler, do 2 pumps, and then I'll be fine. Also, at this point, I'm wanting to clean so much, which is considered nesting. I want to clean all the time, and it's really not because I'm like a neat freak. It's because I feel like I need to get prepared and ready before I get any bigger. So I moved home. I've been cleaning a lot, and it's just like whenever you clean, it's like it's like an accomplishment, whenever you clean, it's like an accomplishment, because you no longer have that clutter, you no longer have that mess in your area, in your way of anything. So yeah, I've been cleaning a lot more, and my cravings now have been nothing but crab legs, and I still have yet to get them, but I want crab legs so bad. So if you're watching this and you know where I'm located, you can just scoop me, you can drop them off, anything. But I want some crab legs so bad. Matter of fact, I might go today. I just really might. Alright, so that has been my December through May, which is this month's journey. But today I'm going to share with you guys what has been going on. Jeez, I feel like I can't talk. So specifically today, I just turned 28 weeks. Like I said in my breakdown, I am 7 months pregnant right now. So 28 weeks would be the middle of the 7 months area, kind of, sort of. 27 through 30 weeks is considered your 7 months. So I'm 28. So in 2 more weeks, I'll be at the end of 7 months, and then I'll be going into 8 months, which is happening so quick. Okay, but I am 28 weeks, and I do have My Baby app. So it says that my baby at 28 weeks, this is my baby at 28 weeks, baby's starting to develop more fat, so the once wrinkled skin will start to get smoother. Baby's lungs are mature enough that if baby is born now, he or she would probably survive. Wow. And it says my baby is as big as an eggplant. And so that is about 14.8 inches and about 2.5 pounds. But also it says more about my baby. says putting on layers of fat. Your baby now weighs in around 1.5 to 2.5 pounds and measures about 13.6 to 14.8 inches. Welcome to third trimester. Moms-to-be who are 28 weeks and beyond are known for their lack of sleep. Remember, if you find yourself up in the middle of the night, do something relaxing. This is not the time for vacuuming the house from top to bottom, even though you might feel the urge to do that at some point. Read a book, drink tea, listen to soothing music, then try to get back to bed and get some rest. Being in the third trimester also means much of yours and your baby's anatomy are ready to go. He or she prepping for breathing, and your breasts already have colostrum, which is what baby will eat for the first few days until your milk comes in. You'll also start feeling more Braxton Hicks contractions as your body gets ready for labor. Baby will be getting bigger and smarter. After week 28, other than that, baby just needs a few more finishing touches. And this is telling me about my body now at 28 weeks. Trouble sleeping. As you get closer to your due date, you'll likely have more and more trouble with this. It could be hormones or nerves or both. Yes, well, I do have trouble sleeping sometimes. It just depends on what day it is, I guess. Shortness of breath, which I explained to you earlier. I do have shortness of breath as baby continues to crowd your lungs. Aches and pains. The third trimester can be really uncomfortable due to hormone fluctuations and the toll of your body. The only thing that I ache and pain are my feet. That's about it. Braxton Hicks contractions. These might be getting stronger or more frequent as your body gets ready for labor, which I don't have yet, thank God. Leaky boobs, which I also don't have. Your breast may already be producing baby's first food, a yellowish substance called colostrum. So I guess it doesn't necessarily come off producing milk that fast, but it produces something for the baby to still eat. Okay, well, yeah, that's about it for my month-to-month pregnancy journey. That was months December when I first found out, all the way to month May, which is up to today, which is May the 17th. And so yeah, overall I feel like I've had a pretty good pregnancy. I really can't complain because I didn't get morning sickness. I haven't had Braxton Hicks contractions yet. I'm still able to be active, like really active. I'm still able to do, a lot of stuff that I felt like I didn't think I'd be able to do. I don't feel like I am that big to be 7 months, almost 8 months and 3 weeks. So, yeah, I've just, really been enjoying it. My due date is August 8th. August 8th, 2018. So that is 8/8/18 for you guys who don't know. If 8 is your lucky number, then maybe this will be a lucky baby. But we'll see what happens if he comes late, early, or on time. But either way, I want to have a complete natural birth. I do not want to induce labor. I don't want an epidural. And yes, that's easy for me to say now because I don't feel the pain. But hopefully, God willing, when I do get at that point or to that point where I do feel that pain or it is time to push or this and that I will still be able to stay away from all that medication because some people say it's really not good for you or it doesn't wear off quick enough, just different stuff. And I just don't want to go through that. I just want to have everything natural, just like my mom did, everything natural. And so that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching today. Again, if you're new to my journey, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not new, you just keep watching without clicking that subscribe button, then just go ahead and subscribe because I do have more videos to come. I know you guys are still eager and want more information about what's been going on or who's the baby father. So that is in more videos to come. Please comment whether that is questions, whether that is video topics, whether that is what you want me to talk about in my next video. please comment below, because yes, I do polls on Instagram, but if you rather would do a poll on Instagram and not comment under this picture because you think I can't see who votes, well, sadly for you, I can see who votes in my polls. So if you did pick Prince or Princess, I can go back and specifically see who picked which. So and then also commenting is just a lot easier for me because the notification comes right to my phone, whereas on Instagram I have to keep going back to it and seeing, you know, what's going on with the results.
So don't be scared to comment if you can't comment because you don't have a YouTube account. All you need is a Gmail to have one, and then that is it. They don't send you emails to your email if you don't like that junk in your stuff or whatever you may feel like YouTube does. They don't send you ads. They don't send you none of that in your email.
But thank you for all the love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Keep following me on my journey. Let's get this video up to, I don't even know where we are now, maybe 40 subscribers, which in the last video I only said 35, which is very, very good. Thank you for being so active with my channel, because like I said, I do want to grow with this channel. This is not something to just do temporarily.
So if we can get my subscribers up to 50 or 55, even more, with 15 likes, 15 or 20 likes, I will do my next video topic. I don't know yet, but I'll do it. And if you haven't noticed, every time we reach our goal is when I post a video. So every time we continue to reach our goal, I will continue to post more videos. So keep being active, keep being supportive, and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.